Let's bring in Senator Rick Scott from Senate Budget. Senator, it's great to see you again. Your reaction to that report. So you see AG Garland saying the fentanyl crisis is purposely foisted and pushed on the U.S. by the drug cartels. So why not list them as terrorist groups? Why not crack down on the border?
Well, it's clearly a weapon of mass destruction. Why not declare it a weapon of mass destruction? I did a fentanyl hearing yesterday. I had parents that lost their kids. I couldn't get anybody from the Biden administration to show up to even have a conversation about what we should do. I mean, the fentanyl is coming from communist China, so don't buy anything from communist China. They're sent here by the cartel. Why aren't we charging the cartel? I mean, first of all, I don't get why the Biden administration wants to open the border. But I think Merrick Garland has been a horrible attorney general. He's politicized the DOJ, the FBI, DOJ going after parents at school board meetings, doing the raid on the Trump on Mar-a-Lago, unprecedented raid on a former president. At the same time, he doesn't do that to this president who had classified documents. So, I mean, this is what's happening is Americans don't trust the DOJ. They don't trust the FBI now, and it's not good for this country.
So, Senator, let's please get your reaction to this. Let's watch more of the fireworks of what happened today. Watch this.
So you get this letter from the National School Board Association asking you to investigate parents that your employees helped write and that the White House helped write, and you issue a directive to your criminal division and to your counterintelligence or counterterrorism division to start investigating parents who are angry. What did you think was going to happen?
Again, Senator, that nothing in my memorandum says to investigate parents who are angry. Quite the opposite. It says that the First Amendment protects that kind of vigorous debate. The only thing we wanted was for an assessment to be made out in the field about whether federal assistance was needed to prevent violence and threats of violence.
Has the Department of Justice brought even a single case under this statute? It's a yes, no question. It's not a give a speech on the other things you did.
The job of the United States Marshals is to defend the lives of
the answer is no.
It's to defend the lives of the justices, and that's their number one priority. They have.
Why are you unwilling to say no? The answer is no. You know it's no. I know it's no. Everyone in this hearing room knows it's no. You're not willing to answer a question.
So, Senator, the DOJ has not brought cases against those individuals who marched on the Supreme Court justices' homes. You know, their families were at risk.
This was what doesn't make sense. This is why people don't trust the FBI and DOJ now. I mean, it's clearly political decisions. Like, instead of going after school board members, how about the cartel? How about the people that killed 70,000 Americans with fentanyl? I mean, 70,000 Americans with fentanyl. Why don't you go after a terrorist? Why don't you focus on the problems we have in this country rather than some political agenda that Joe Biden tells you to focus on?
Yeah, to your point, I mean, AG Garland appeared to downplay the Justice Department, his Justice Department crackdown on school board parents. Didn't he send out a memo in October 2021 ordering the FBI, all U.S. attorneys nationwide, and the Assistant Attorney General of the Criminal Division to meet with federal, state, local, even tribal, territorial leaders on this, deploying the FBI's National Threat Operations Center against school board parents?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's all political. It's not focused on the issues of the country, the fentanyl deaths, the increasing crime, these soft on crime policies, not making sure that you arrest people that go after and try to go after our Supreme Court justices because they don't like their opinions. I mean, this is going to get worse and worse and worse as long as Joe Biden's in office because it's all politics, not about doing your job.
So this is President Biden's Justice Department. This is his Attorney General. Right. And now we got reports coming in that Democrat Congressman Dean Phillips of Minnesota claims, quote, hundreds of his fellow Democrats really are worried about President Biden running again. There's a growing credibility gap.
Oh, yeah, they should be worried. I mean, if Joe Biden runs again, it almost guarantees we're going to have a Republican president. But look, Joe Biden's got to get out of there. I mean, we've got to turn this country around. Everything Joe Biden touches, as we all know, it goes south. I mean, look at open borders, the fentanyl deaths. I mean, we got the war in Ukraine. We won't even shoot down a Chinese spy balloon, but to shoot down 3 other balloons that won't tell us anything about it. I mean, he's lost all credibility with the American public. So if I was a Democrat, I'd be really worried right now. But guess what? For the country, if he runs again, at least we'll get a Republican president.
Senator, let's watch the president here. Watch this.
I had a nurse named Pearl Nelson, military. she'd come in and do things that I don't think you learn in medical school, nursing school. She'd whisper in my ear. I couldn't understand her. She'd whisper, she'd lean down. She'd actually breathe on me to make sure that there was a connection, a human connection.
I mean, Twitter went at that. That's a strange thing for a president to say. Final word.
Look, this guy is incompetent. First off, why hasn't he been to the train derailment? Why didn't he go there instead of going to Kyiv? I mean, the guy he's just, I mean, it just frustrates you as a country. We need leadership. He's not a leader.
Okay, Senator Rick Scott, thanks for joining us. We'll have you back on again soon.